We begin tonight with breaking news. The NBC3i team uncovering disturbing court records from 12 years ago. In it, a man now facing new charges for sexual abuse and rape of 2 young girls. He tells state police investigators, quote, "I need help for my problem." Court records show the now 33-year-old Ryan Pontello told investigators he is, quote, aroused by young girls. Good evening, I'm Matt Mulcahy.
And I'm Megan Coleman. We do need to warn you tonight. Some of the details of this report are upsetting and triggering. There are also details that are very important when it comes to finding out why more young girls may have become victims and if our laws here in New York are keeping your children safe. Exactly 1 week ago, Onondaga County Sheriff's deputies and the district attorney called on the community to help bring forward potentially more victims of Ryan Pontello. He's a level 1 registered sex offender, deemed the least likely to reoffend.
Now, by law, Pontello's status as a level 1 offender is practically a secret, with nobody allowed to know what he did in the past. On Sunday, June 8th, in the town of Clay, investigators say he lured a 5-year-old girl away from a playground and into the woods, where he raped her. He's also charged with sexually abusing a 3-year-old girl earlier this spring. In our reporting, we've uncovered holes in the state's sex offender registry law, a 30-year-old document used to assign an offender's risk level from 1 to 3, and told you how a growing number of state legislators are now pledging to change that system.
New tonight, I-Team investigative reporter Connor White is revealing details buried in 12-year-old court records that could turn a parent's stomach. Connor, based on what you found out and on behalf of all parents watching right now, why was Ryan Pontello only labeled a level 1 offender?
Megan, Matt, part of the answer is that the 30-year-old risk assessment document we've been reporting on. Signed by Palermo Town Judge Robert Wood, it states Pontello had a score of 65 based on this decades-old criteria, just under the threshold of 75. That would have made him a level 2. 10 points shy of people knowing where he lived, what he looked like, what he's done in the past. 10 points that couldn't be assessed despite Pontello himself saying he's aroused by young girls, has a problem, and needs help. In the eyes of the law, 19-year-old Ryan Pontello posed a low risk of sexually abusing another child after a plea deal led him to be convicted of misdemeanor sexual abuse in Palermo, Oswego County. On its face, a startling revelation, given Pontello himself told state police he was aroused by young girls. On March 5th, 2013, state police arrest Pontello for inappropriately touching a 5-year-old girl in the town of Palermo. The I-Team is uncovering new documents showing his first statements to investigators were lies, denying any crime. An hour and 20 minutes later, Pontello comes clean. He says that one night he rubbed the young girl's bare skin while she slept, rubbing her legs, her chest, and her stomach. Then, in statements rarely seen in court records, Pontello tells investigators, quote, "I knew what I was doing was wrong. I am aroused by young girls. And finally, I need help for my problem." Troopers charge Pontello with felony sexual abuse. Records tracking the case show the Oswego County District Attorney's Office offers a plea deal to a misdemeanor sexual abuse charge. Pontello takes the deal. He is sentenced to 60 days in jail and 6 years probation.
These are the quintessential innocent victims.
Onondaga County District Attorney Bill Fitzpatrick is prosecuting Pontello on new charges. Investigators in Onondaga County now charging him with raping a 5-year-old girl this month and abusing a 3-year-old earlier this spring. Pontello's status as a level 1 offender after telling police he was aroused by children comes as a shock to Fitzpatrick. So with what he told investigators, how does he come out of that as level 1?
I don't think it takes a Herculean leap of logic to figure out if the guy's enjoying it, he's going to do it again. And that's your worst nightmare. So again, Connor, I don't know why the case was reduced.
Just like every other sex offender case, a 30-year-old tool was used to assess Pontello's risk level using a point system. Based on the severity of the crime, points are assigned. We found Pontello appeared to have remained at level 1 in part because he accepted responsibility based on the assessment tool.
It's not like, wow, this is a mystery. Is this guy going to reoffend? That's the guy telling you he's going to reoffend.
The risk assessment tool was created in 1995 and remains just about unchanged. Nowhere in it does it mention social media, technology, or widespread use of the internet specifically referenced. In the court records I gathered today, 12 years ago, a woman living with Pontello at the time told investigators she found searches for naked children on a PlayStation 3 that Pontello used.
There's a lot of record developing from his past leading up to this mystery of the last more like decade plus until just last week. Is there more still to come on this? Does the DA say?
There likely is. The DA says that they are still looking through his phone, still looking for other people to come forward. He's expecting new charges. When it comes to what happened in that court case, he stresses he's not criticizing anyone just yet. He doesn't know the specific ins and outs of what his counterparts with the Oswego County District Attorney's Office were dealing with. And in terms of it coming down to a misdemeanor, that could be down to a lot of variables, including whether that girl at just age 5 was, of course, able or willing to testify in front of a court.
But obviously the level could change, right, from level 1 to 2 or 3, depending on the outcome of this case now.
Based on the criteria here, he's almost for sure going to be a level 3 if convicted, but Fitzpatrick makes clear he wants the prison sentence to almost make that a moot point.
Thank you, Connor. We'll keep following this story. Appreciate it.